My favorite book in the Bible is the Gospel of John. And it presents Jesus, the deity of Christ, in a way that is magnificent. And I think it's just such a glorious portrayal of Christ in a way that exceeds even the synoptic Gospels, for me personally. And so much of it is devoted to the last week of his life and the upper room discourse and the Lord's high priestly prayer and his arrest in the Garden of Gethsemane and the 6 trials that he suffered before he was condemned and taken to the cross, and then the portrayal of Christ at Calvary in the Gospel of John. I love the interactions of Christ with people in the Gospel of John, telling Nicodemus, "You must be born again." Before Nicodemus could even ask a question, Jesus answered him. I love the truth of the new birth, and you must be born again. And I love the I am statements of Christ in the Gospel of John. I'm the bread of life. I'm the light of the world. I am the door of the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the true vine. I just love those. I mean, for me, that just electrifies my soul to think about each of those I am statements. And then the miracles in John's Gospel are unique and different from the miracles in the synoptic Gospels in that they are sign miracles, S-I-G-N, and that's a miracle with a message. And so just to take the first one, turning water into wine, it's a picture of the new birth, which is in the very next chapter, that God will take our dirty, stagnant lives and transform them into the very best that they can be. I came to Christ. I was converted to Christ at age 17 under the presentation of that miracle in John chapter 2. And I knew that my heart was like that water that was in the 6 water jars. It was dirty, it was stagnant, it was filthy, and how Jesus turned that into the best wine, the wine the head waiter had ever tasted, that God would do that with my life. And so even that part has ministered to me from the day I was converted to Christ. I love the prologue to John's Gospel, the introduction to John's Gospel, those first 18 verses. Luke and Matthew start with the birth of Christ. Mark has no beginning, starts at age 30, but John's Gospel starts in eternity past. And that just like pulls me up. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And then the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld His glory, glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. I don't know, that just takes my breath away. So, again, a long answer to a short question. I just love the Gospel of John. Now, I'm writing a commentary on Romans, and I love Romans, and I've written a commentary verse by verse through Psalms and Job and Philippians, but John has my heart.